The Isle has finally popped its head out of the woodwork with brand new news for us all to share, and I'll be splitting this into 2 videos from this dev blog, so there'll be one today and there'll be one followed up on Friday talking about all the other stuff that I haven't spoke about. Today we're going to be talking about the carnotaurus zombie that was showcased. That indicates a showcase of Gore, the Herrerasaurus climbing, and the Parasaurolophus Concept art. So we have everything dinosaur based news today. That being said, timestamps for everything on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe. But other than that, let us dive right into this brand new The Isle of Evrima news video. Let's start off with the Halloween video. Now, I wanted to do a reaction video to this, but I felt like maybe I shouldn't do that. I already have my own Halloween video, and if you want to check it out, it's a really nice gameplay video that technically isn't a dinosaur game video, but it's really fun, and I worked a lot on it. Hope you go check it out and have a look at it. But you're not here for that. You're here for the news anyway, so let's talk about this zombie carnotaurus that was showcased and is actually quite terrifying. If you haven't seen it already, I'll put part of it on the screen while I'm showcasing this, and part at the end of this section. Essentially, we get a quick showcase of what looks like some meat on the ground at the beginning as the carnotaurus, or a carnotaurus, is eating. From what it looks like it is the intestines of a dinosaur that the carnotaurus has killed, which is one of the new organs that is in the Gore update. After that, a zombie carnotaurus rises from, well, the depths in a sense, and just stands there twitching, which is actually quite scary. It actually gave me some horror vibes, but it does showcase what is that rotten corpse that was worked on before by some of the developers in the live stream that I spoke about in a previous video. If you want to check that out, you can as well. I do want to say though, look at this scene. Like, imagine this thing or prowling the forests of the Isle of Evrima and then coming up across this at nighttime, and like these zombies just pop up as like a 1 in a million chance. But if they do pop up, they're coming for a specific player on the server and they're gonna try and kill it, kind of thing. That's a scary idea, but it'll be quite a fun event. That being said, yeah, the model itself is the zombified carno. It's what was being developed in the past and is for the Gore system itself, and is a showcase of the Gore system itself with the bones sticking out, the destroyed skin. Basically a dead dinosaur eventually will have organs torn out and showcased from the model as well, but here we just see scars on the skin, the tissue, and of course bones ripped out of this dead dinosaur. A good look at the Gore system when we get to showcase the full model of it is a really nice indication of the progress that's been going on, and when we get to look at those detailed shots with all the scarring on the dinosaur, it looks really cool as well, and it's a great little touch. And finally, it's not like that raw mesh that we've seen in the past, which is really good. And I do think at the end of this video, the carnotaurus itself that got attacked by the zombified carnotaurus seems to have turned into a zombie as well, which is quite interesting, which is also pretty cool. But speaking of videos, there's also a very interesting video that I think you guys would love to see, and that is from Herrerasaurus climbing. So let's just get right into that. Now, in the previous video, we showcased some Easter eggs from some screenshots which showcased Herrerasaurus climbing on some rocks in screenshots, so you couldn't see any footage of that. Now, we have some footage from DMIV which showcases Herrerasaurus climbing. That's pretty much it. It's a minute-long video of Herrerasaurus climbing. I'll show the full video at the end of this little section as well, so you can watch it in full. That being said, Herrerasaurus will be able to climb, and it looks like it will be able to climb very well at that. Do bear in mind, however, there is a disclaimer with this video. Essentially, it's the fact that Herrerasaurus's animations for climbing aren't properly completed yet, so this is just a showcase of the mechanic itself, and the animations aren't properly fleshed out and completed, so expect them to be rough around the edges and in some areas not there. Anyways, here is the video that DMIV shown us. let's break it down, shall we? Firstly, you start a climb like how a velociraptor in Bisa Bermuda kind of starts a climb. You jump onto the surface and probably press a button to latch onto it and then start your climb. You can climb left to right, up and down, and even across surfaces that are angled to the point where you would technically fall off if you're a human trying to climb them, unless you've got special rock climbing boots or, you know, you've got some insane grip like this Herrerasaurus. Additionally, you can jump from surface to surface mid-climb. So in this video, it showcased you jumping from a rock to a tree, and then from that tree back to the rock. When you went from the tree back to the rock, the surface distance seemed to be bigger because you were higher up. There was more of a gap, so it looks like you are able to jump quite a distance from surface to surface mid-climb as a Herrerasaurus, which will be cool if you're trying to climb through trees. Once you get to a flat surface, you can disengage from the climb. I'm not sure if this is automatic or if you press a button to disengage. Then that is the Herrerasaurus climbing mechanic. It's awesome. I love the idea of it and I like it a lot. Of course, it isn't even completed yet. It's not even fully fleshed out yet. There's still a lot to go with it and I can't wait to see it all fully completed. My favorite part is the fact that we're able to jump from surface to surface, which will aid greatly when you're evading prey or fighting other Herrerasauruses in the trees. I like that idea a ton, and now let's get into the final dinosaur piece of news, and that is Parasaurolophus concept art. And I know I keep saying it wrong, it's like when I say baby, you guys hate me for that as well. Okay, here we have the Parasaurolophus concept art, or the Parasaurolophus concept art. I know I'm saying it wrong. It doesn't feel right the way I say it, but that's how I've always been saying it, so I do apologize there. So let's just start off with this. Now, there were some stuff that DMIV did say about this Parasaurolophus when he was talking about it. Let me see if I can whip it up really quickly. He says, this one has been tricky as it's more of a looker than a fighter. Not that it can't slap away smaller animals, but when the big predators roll in, it'll need to pull out a different bag of tricks to make up for its lack of weaponry. Its agility is its first asset. Being surprisingly nimble for its size on all fours, it can make those ambushing attempts that much harder to land. Against more endurance style hunters though, its voice would give it a second chance, as an ear-bleeding yell might stagger at the predator long enough to give the Parasaurolophus a good head start in running away. All in all, they are sociable singers and get the most benefit from being around. Two's a party and three's a crowd is not sentiment to the Parasaurolophus shares. So that means you'll be able to be in massive groups. Now, let's break down this concept art, shall we? So, let's just start right away with an adult and a female with some babies. Firstly, there is sexual dimorphism here. The adult male will have a bigger horn and a more straight horn, whereas the female will have that curved horn right there, which I'm pretty sure is the female, and that one is the male. And then obviously you've got the cute little babies there, which look adorable. Of course, as well, we get to see it being attacked. Now, of course, this looks like it dodging out the way from what looks like you know what, I'm going to say a dinosaur here, and it's probably going to be wrong. I'm going to guess it's a Giganotosaurus, but I don't think it is. That could be an allo, but I want to say like a small giga, perhaps. Either way, it's a carnivore hunting a parasaur, and the parasaur has dodged out the way there, and that's pretty much all that is happening. Then we go here. This is a herd of parasaurs here. We have some females. You've got 1, 2, 3 females and 2 adults there. Of 2 adult males. I don't know why I'm saying females and then adults for the males instead of calling them males. I don't even know. That being said, it's a pretty nice indication that you'll be able to be in some big group size. That's at least 5 dinosaurs there that are able to be in a group. That being said, the next part is what looks like a Ceratosaurus chasing down a little family of Parasaurolophuses. We've got the baby running away and the 2 adults. It looks like these guys might be faster than that Ceratosaurus or whatever dinosaur that is. I don't even know. Whatever the dinosaur is, it's being outran by the parasaurs. And we move to the next one once again, kicking a small predator, which is a Utahraptor. You'll be able to go on your hind legs and give it a good kick. Maybe this is a good indication of the stance switching, which was talked about in the past, where you could switch the stance to go hind and quadrupedal. Maybe this is the case with Parasaurolophus as well. And then finally, we get a little fight scene going on. This looks like it is pretty much similar to what we saw before. You've got, when you're working as a group, you're doing your big noisy sound, the big call that kind of stuns the enemy. As you can see, this dinosaur here is pretty like, what the hell's going on? Please shut up. It's like when your sister's singing and you want her to shut up because it's making you go deaf. Regardless, this is what's happening right here, and you can definitely see that carnivore doesn't want to hunt them anymore. That being said, when it's caught on its own, it's screwed. A pack of dinosaurs here, a pack of carnivores, I'm pretty sure these are allosaurs, are tearing it to shreds because, well, freeze a crowd for this Parasaurolophus, and it's definitely feeling the burn. It's not going to survive there. Obviously, with Parasaurolophus, as we've been told, it will use its speed to its advantage, and that call if it can't get away. But if all else fails, you're pretty much doomed. And that is Parasaurolophus. And there we have it. That's all the dinosaur news from the latest dev blog. And now, in the next video, we'll be breaking down all the other little bits of news from sound design to humans and the migration system. And if you are excited for that, feel free to subscribe, put those notifications on, because that should be out Friday or Monday, depending on if anything else happens before then. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.